Dearest One Field Live supporters, thank you so much for your wisdom, inspiration, and heartfelt pledges. I consider this campaign a great success. It's awe-inspiring how guided by spirit the process of developing this campaign has become. It has been suggested that due to robust pledge activity, I consider postponing this launch until August 1st and focusing on additional development. So even though we were not fully funded on Kickstarter, at a certain point in the last few days, I realized this could be optimal in several ways. Consider the following. Number one, Kickstarter takes a significant cut of the pledges raised from a fully funded campaign, which would be deducted from our development revenue. So Kickstarter is primarily focused on raising revenue from the general public as well as your existing contacts. However, phase one of our project has been targeted towards our known community, and I already have their contact info. Number two, so the $6,000 goal was not a random number, it was based on a budget. And I have a little link here for you to check out. However, as the campaign evolved, I had an awareness that being the steward of a successful campaign would involve not only a more comprehensive budget that accounted for how the campaign had evolved during the last 30 years, but also a fully developed business plan, including financial projections. Number three, during my discussions with many of you, my partner Mark, and also receiving wisdom from some really masterful coaches, I realized that the best path is to slow down. So one great example, effectively demonstrating the value of this by creating the online membership beforehand and offering it for free upon the next launch. Number four, during my outreach campaign, I heard many voices sharing that what they were most excited about and also what they may have been unclear on. So slowing this down will allow me to continue to hear this feedback. Do people really want trios? Do they recognize how the online membership will be different from others that are out there? And will they value this? Do they understand the full value that they will be participating by participating virtually, that they will receive by participating virtually? So my sense is that many didn't see the value because they didn't maybe live in Los Angeles. Do they want ongoing tech and consulting support as part of this membership? So my dear friends, this is how I counsel content creation. Really to start small with a pilot and to use the feedback and the metrics to scale, pivot, and refine. So here's what I like to suggest as I just drop down into that space of infinite time, resources, wisdom, and essence. So many of you are aware that this campaign was a way for me to support continuing to live in the studio loft. So I moved in here a year and a half ago. I spent a lot of money and time creating it as a space for live workshops and video and audio recordings, and especially as a hybrid virtual live event space. So the success of this business model, it really proved constrained by the current economic climate and conditions. One Field Live, however, repurposed this model in a way that fully realizes my mission, which is to create intimate connection, conscious awakening, and personal growth through an effective relationship with technology. And it also allows me to stay in my home by adhering to my own budgetary guidelines that at least $1,000 a month must be created through monetizing this space as a personal solvency measure. So now I wish to hear from you. If you are in alignment with what I've shared above and would like to support an additional month of development, I would welcome any amount you would like to pledge in exchange for the following. Number one, a live hybrid event for every $1,500 pledged from all members collectively. So if together we pledge 4,000, I'll round that off to 4,500 and offer 3 live events in June and July. Number 2, enrollment in the online membership I will be creating in the Heartbeats platform, which I anticipate being ready in 3 weeks at the latest, and likely sooner, just in the Ease and Grace plan. Number 3, so a big thing I've heard from you is the desire to have me support you with my services. So many of you actually prepaid for this as a way of showing your support, and therefore also you received the membership prices, which you can see at this link. So this will be in effect for you right away. And you may also simply grab a package of hours at this link and receive membership as well through June and July as I build this out. So most importantly, your participation as angels and board members, it's hugely significant. And the success of this new community will be created through our combined voices on what we would most value to be of the highest expression of love and service to the world. So therefore, as I develop each of the 4 points I mentioned at the beginning of this email, I will share them with you also as they develop, to hear your feedback, just to the extent that you are called to give it. Now, each of you pledged at a specific level, so if you wish to honor this pledge and to support this extra month of development through these value points and enroll at the founder level, I'm going to make the following adjustments. So number 1, each of you who pledges before our new launch date of August 1st will have founder status, meaning you'll have a voice on all development decisions and budgets, business plans, and also financial projection review. Number 2, for your angel pledge, you will not only receive the 4 value points above, but also your full reward after our August launch. Number 3, for all content creators and joyful participant pledges, the same. Thank you, everybody. I'm fully committed to keeping these emails as short as possible and sending as few as possible while providing maximum value. A big learning was that there was too much messaging during the early part of this campaign. So this will be our new plan for development. Number 1, I wish to engage the support of CFJ Coaching Success School member Sherry Rozeski to create a budget and a financial plan for our launch. So Sherry has kindly offered me a complimentary session to show her support, and we will explore moving forward toward this completion and being very clear on a plan of fully realizing just the most effective growth and fulfillment strategy for everything promised by OneField. This will include a budget for marketing, bringing in audience and members from outside our community through social media marketing, both organic and paid, and evaluating funding based on the viability of our business plan. Number 2, creating the online community so that we can offer a trial enrollment for our next launch on August 1st. Number 3, serving each of you powerfully for your investments with the value above. Number 4, preparing and offering our events through June and July, just to the extent that you're willing to support this launch. Number 5, sending out a fun quiz about what we truly want from OneField Live as a gamified tool of engagement and leveraged feedback. So go ahead and either grab a package of services at the link below or directly pledge through the following means. You'll see 4 or 5 different ways you can pay. And finally, if you do decide to defer your support and this isn't resonating with you, and if I do not receive at least $2,000, I will return any of the pledges that did come through, unless they are the prepackaged services from the prepaid packages for my services. And I will just consider that this will be an opportunity to release this physical space. And it will likely mean refocusing how I really create service in the world, and also just to tune in on how to honor my sole purpose, just in the infinite ways available to me. So please call or email me anytime to discuss our ongoing adventure, and I offer you my deepest gratitude, and I feel just such strong love and joy contained in our new community. I am honored, enriched by your love and support. Love, light, and joy, Shannon.